welcome to the cottage. I am Babs with Cottage Rogue. This is my 44th floss tube, and welcome to my channel that's predominantly about cross stitch and sometimes some other crafty things such as crochet. To returning subscribers, thank you so much for returning, and to new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to my cottage. I look forward to hearing what you have to say about my projects. For sure. Everyone sit back, relax, grab a project, and enjoy. Let's get some stitching done. Absolutely. And this past week or so, I have done quite a bit. So I'm super thrilled, more than I usually would expect. For sure, for sure. So first, let's talk about May stats. Since this is the very end of the month, I have done 5,688 stitches, which is kind of mid to low range for me. I did only stitch for 20 days out of the month, and I stitched on 5 whips, and I had 1 new start, which I will show you towards the end. Whip Go, Jessie Marie Does Stuff does a Whip Go on the 24th or 25th of the previous month for every month. And the numbers that were pulled were 21 and 12. And so I have marked that down here in my handy dandy book. And I will show you about where I am. So I tend to highlight the ones that I end up working on or that have been called, like the numbers, and then I'll highlight them fully. When I have them completed, you can see here, like the Mythos I completely finished, the food I completely finished, the full coverage right here I have not yet. I still need 2 more days because I want to do it like on 5 different, I say 5 days, I should say 5 different projects, or 5 days worth of the same project, or mix and match, that sort of thing. So the ones for the month of May were 15 and 18, and 15 was food, which I have completed, and 18 was insects, which I have done 4 out of the 5 here, as you can tell. So I will get that finished within June fairly quickly. So I'm really excited for Whip Go this month, or well, for the month of June, because I will have Stitch Along for number 21 and for number 12, Scenic. And so what's really great about the Stitch Along one is that I can continue to work on TinyModernist on Poison Garden Cell, which is what I have been working on for the past few months. I'll go ahead and put up a photo as to where I was before. And now I have not done as much backstitch as I wanted to, but you know, right in here, I've done about half of it. For sure. I got the little sparkles here. I got the little ice and the mouth of the ghost. And then basically like this whole part and then this half. But I did get the mushroom, and that is the important thing, because last floss tube I declared it to be Mushroom May. So I did want to make sure to work on projects with mushrooms, and this is one of them. And I say it's Mushroom May if it counts if I only did like 2 projects with mushrooms in them, because that's what happened. But I still did it. I fulfilled the Mushroom May, especially since I declared it literally in the last floss tube, so like beyond halfway through the month. But it's cool. I mean, this is really, really nice. I'm really liking how much this is coming into focus, especially this leaf right here. Oh my gosh, this leaf is so good. It is the best. And then this is my thread. I'm obviously still working on it. I still have some writing to do underneath here to get the last few sections. So I am coming along here. It's a lot of backstitch, and it takes me a while to get through a lot of backstitch. I am glad that I am doing this as I go along instead of waiting till the very end, because I probably would literally go insane if I waited until the very end. So there's something to be said about doing each section at a time. It definitely helps. I am really loving the Nightshade, Baneberry, Mandrake, and then this one's going to be Nettle, which is going to be so cool. And then once I get done with this, I can start on the one that came out on May 15th up here, which I believe is Nightshade. So, and it also has some mushrooms on it. So fun stuff. I'm super excited about it. This is on 36 count linen. It's called Frankenstein by BeStitchMe. And I'm really enjoying it quite a bit. This is my first large scale project on linen, and I am hoping for a finish like within a month of when the sale closes. So, you know, only the 5th part's out, only have 1 left. And then I'll have to find a really cute frame for this. So this has been so fun. I can't wait for this to be finished. Now, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday prior, we had the Eastern Iowa Cross Stitchers get together. And I tend to meet up with the other Stitchers and also my mother-in-law. And so when my mother-in-law shows up, I for sure work on this one. He's called He's a Fun Guy by Bothy Threads. It's a full kit and everything. So I use everything in this kit. I love this kit. This is such a great package to get, especially for new stitchers. Everything is organized so nicely. It's very nice. And also gorgeous. Look at this little guy and his cute little mushroom. So yes, this one goes with the mushroom theme. And this is very special. I worked on this until I completed the mouse. Look, he's so cute. He's so fluffy. Oh, but I absolutely love him. He is adorable and he is whole. There is some back stitching, nothing too crazy. Here, I could show you on this. You can see there's fur and whiskers and a little mouth and little hands and feet. I guess technically they're all feet, but you know, the only part of embroidery that wasn't the crosses I did was this white little French knot, which it looked really weird without it. So I'm really glad I added that. And then of course the stitching around the eye, because there were a lot of black half stitches. I think that's black or super dark brown, but there were half stitches there. So I wanted to make sure to get the eye completed, and that little French knot right there is absolutely everything to this. It really brings this mouse alive, and I love it. It's adorable. So I can't wait to work more on the mushroom itself. I mean, that's frankly all that's left other than the back stitch. So, you know, I'll probably end up on the next Eastern Iowa Cross Stitcher bringing this and then working on this, doing the back stitch, and then of course working on the mushroom as well. So it's super cute. I absolutely love the kit. It's super fun. Oh, now this one is my seasonal piece. This is called Spring Seeds. It's by Jessica Doize, aka JedXStitch. Let me show you where I was before. And now I am just over 50% complete here. Look! Okay, so I have this croc done right here with, of course, the little umbrella. So this motif is done. This big motif is done. This little guy right here, it's cute, is so done. He also has a little French knot, I think. No, he doesn't. I thought he might have. But those are the motifs that are finished. So I still have work to do on this one, this bunch of flowers. And then I need to add 1, 2, 3 more flowers here and add a little bit of a different green color as well. And then of course I have, I think 2 or 3 big motifs. I think there's a big one here and then a not so big one right here. And then that'll be done. So this is my, spring seeds. Well, spring is coming to an end in June. So what is it, June 20th or June 21st is the last day of spring, and we'll have the start of summer. So I have to get this done. It is a good thing this is a super quick stitch. I have only been working on this basically during lunches, at work. So I haven't been spending a whole lot of time on it, but I'm still able to get a lot done in that short amount of time, which is so much fun. But I should seriously think about working on this quite a bit more in the next week or two. Just to move it along. And I don't know, this might be considered scenic, don't you think? I mean, we've got these 2 little guys walking around in a bed of flowers. And then once I get the motifs in there, that's just kind of like hills and grass. I could probably swing it that way. I don't know if I will do that and have this be part of WIPCO, because I'm doing it anyways. But I am really excited to work on this, get this finished. And then I will be able to start Summer Seeds, which I will put right next to it right here. So I'm very excited for this. This is on 20 count scroll, Ada. It is also by BeStitchMe. And the scroll is very lovely. I love the modeling in it. It's so good. There's a little bit of ghosting here on this green color. I think that's 3010, if I'm not mistaken. But all in all, I mean, this guy's mostly outlined and everything. And, I don't think it's too bad. So I'm not going to worry about it at all. I think this is adorable. I cannot wait. Is this going to be a long a long piece that will probably end up in like a game room or over a closet or someplace where I just have a skinny space. So it is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm also doing this with Tanya from Dances with Floss. And so she's a little bit further along than me. I would be surprised if she was almost done. I think she was at like 87% approximately when I last spoke with her. And it's so cool because hers is done in 16 count, and mine's done in 20 count. And it's just so fun to see the size difference. So I would highly recommend you check them out. She is one of 2 on the Dances with Floss channel. And so you can see her progress on her project for sure. So that was Spring Seeds. Now, as part of my whip go for May, one of my whip goes was insects. And in September of 2025, I had gone to Roscoe, Illinois to Youtiful Sip Stitchery. And I ended up getting this gorgeous pattern called Neon Cicada, which is by BeStitchMe. And I love this. I think this is beautiful. And then the owners helped me change it to Cosmo Floss, like convert it. So I am super excited. I know I talked about this in the last Flosstube, but I hadn't started it yet. So now I have, I am so excited. Look. Absolutely gorgeous. So I have this beautiful body here, which does look kind of waspish, a little freaky and scary, but I love it so much. It's so good. And then of course we got the veins of the wings. So this side is done with these colors. I'm still working on this side. So today was really, really fun because I ended up hanging out with the BeStitch peeps over on the BeStitch channel there on the Discord with their Patreon, and it was so much fun. So we were cross stitching patterns that have moons in them for our moon stitch along. So I actually worked on a different pattern at first, and then I wanted to work on this one because I had finished this body part like, I don't know, 3 days ago or 4 days ago. I'm like, I need to work on something else. So that way when Amanda comes and looks at it, when she checks it out, there'll be some more progress. So that's what I have done here. I ended up working this on like the last couple hours when I was hanging out with the BeStitch ladies. And oh my gosh, it is so much fun. And this, just doing the veins like this, absolutely means that I'll be able to fill it in with their respective colors so much easier. So I'm very, very excited for that. Absolutely. So this fabric is called Monster. It's also by BeStitchMe, and it is on 32 count Lugana. First time that I've really, really worked on Lugana. I have one other piece I had started, like it's barely a start, and I've only worked on it once. So this is the most amount of time I've ever spent stitching on Lugana, and I do like it. It's different, but I do enjoy how even it is, for sure, compared to linen. Both have their merits, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I love it, and I can't wait to get the moon up here too. I purposefully put it in this darker spot, so that way the neonish bright colors will glow a bit more, and then the moon will also be glowing a bit more. As you can see on the pattern, this is on like a purpley blue color, but I think that this moon will be absolutely stunning against this background. So I am so excited. It is so pretty. Look at that. Just look. This is the start of my insect collection. I have a whole bunch of insects from Amanda with BeStitch. And I cannot wait to do more. And if I have enough space on what's left of this fabric, I might put them all on this fabric. It might actually work. So I will have to look into that later, but expect to see more of this cicada with this gorgeous Cosmo Floss. Okay, so because it's a full moon day, it is the blue moon of May. Amazing. That means we had our moon stitch along in the BeStitch server. And so I spent quite a bit of time on there today. And let me go ahead and show you what I had worked on before. I'm working on Verdant Reverie. It's by Sprouting Lupine, and I'm doing the banner. It is stitched on 20 count Ada. It's called Acorns by BeStitchMe. And you can see my progress of where I am right now. I can tell you I'm officially over 50% now. I had to move my hoop. So here is that second moth, and then I've worked on the lower ginkgo leaves, some of them. So this is over 600 stitches, by the way. So you can see there will be some brightness in here. There's some spaces in amongst this greenish emerald green color. And of course, there'll be a lot more ginkgo leaves like here, and there's going to be another moth right here. And then I think it'll actually eventually point right about here, I'm guessing. So I am so excited. You can see my back a little bit. Those fireflies definitely get a lot of traveling. That's for sure. That is a-okay with me. I am cool with that. But oh my gosh, so pretty. So I did I think 563 or 69 stitches, something like that. And as long as I do about 600 stitches every single full moon hereafter, then I will get this done before the end of the year. It should be so exciting. And I don't know, maybe I can work on this some more before November, December, because I know those holidays tend to be a little bit crazy, just, by nature of the holidays. So I may do that. This fabric, it does get darker all the way down here. So we're seeing, and then also the ginkgo leaves, you can see here, are a little bit brighter, right? So they're a little bit brighter, and then they're just systematically getting darker as you go down the banner. So super cool. I love it. I think at this point, I don't know anybody else who has started that. So if this Verdant Reverie by Sprouting Lupine is something that you're working on, let me know in the comments below. I am super curious, and especially what kind of fabric that you put it on, because I know that there's a lot of really nice choices. For sure. So I love it. I can't wait to bring this out for the next full moon. For the June one, which will be the strawberry moon, which is so fun. I swear I'm going to have to work on a strawberry project or something during the month of June too, because how can you not? So I do want to go over a little bit of haul. Nothing too crazy. I got my Cottage A Year in the Woods 2, number 11, which is the Hedgehog by Cottage Garden Samplings. Only one more left after this. But look at this guy. I love this so much. Words cannot express how much I love this pattern. Look, we got this gorgeous hedgehog, and somehow it looks spiky. There's no backstitch, but it still looks spiky. And then we have these cute little mushrooms, which is perfect that I got this in Mushroom May. And then, of course, we have these yellow flowers. There's also some white flowers up here. I love this wooden home, this wooden cabin right here with a super peaked wood, or super peaked roof, which leads me to believe that this is in a northern area, because the snow would not be able to stay on this roof very easily. So, I mean, so cool. It is so cool. I love this hedgehog. You are too adorable. I really must stitch you. It's so cute. So I can't wait to kit this one up. It's going to be adorable. And I think I'm just going to have a Cottage Garden sampling project just in my rotation, just continuously going, because I not only have almost all of them in A Year in the Woods series, in the Year in the Woods 2 series, I have all of them in the Year in the Woods 1 series, and I love all of them. Every single one, for different reasons, but every single one is so cool. I'm just so excited for them. I love them. Now on non-cross-stitch related crafty business, I'm switching over to crochet real quick because I am working on my Tunic sweater. I will go ahead and put up what I had completed previously. Now, since then, I have only done 2 additional rows, and I am no longer increasing because I got the sizing to where I want it to be. So I have only added 2 rows because I've been stitching a lot more. And oh my goodness. So yeah, it's not perfectly lined up, but here it is. And that is the hem. This will be the top part. So this is what goes like right under my arms right here. And then this will ultimately be the hem down here. Eventually. But this side right here is what I am stitching on at the moment. And you can see here that I'm definitely no longer increasing. So I will continue no longer increasing and just making this all longer. And so that way it'll, get some good length to it and be a good length tunic. So, and I'm really excited about it. And I thought that I would have to start stitching in the round pretty soon, but apparently that is not the case. It is a complicated pattern, but once you get down like 8, 9, or 10 rows that they repeat, and then that's how you get these patterns of, this is the one where it's every 5, it's skip 1, do 5 doubles, skip 1, do 5 doubles. And then we have like a bunch of doubles, a bunch of half double crochets. This one is interesting because there's 3 double crochets, skip, a V-stitch, and all of that. And then there's 2 rows of that. And so, you can see the pattern, right? I think it's beautiful. This is going to look absolutely gorgeous, and I love the retro feel to it. So just to refresh, the color is called Electro, and this is a Lion Brand Mandala bonus bundle. And see, I have the label right here. So I love it. I grabbed 2 of them because I believe that's going to be enough yarn. I really hope that's going to be enough yarn. But if all else fails, I do have some solid browns that I can add in with this because eventually it will have browns. This is what's left of my first cake so far. I've been pulling from the center, and it's still a lot. It is still a lot. So I think I will be fine to do all this. And then I have one that starts in the middle with a super dark brown. I might have to cake this up again later, but at the moment I'm just holding it, hoping that it holds its integrity. So far, so good. So far, so good. And then of course we have I love the bright yellow or the bright orange and the gold. It's so pretty. And then we'll get more of this later probably. But yeah, that is my tilted tunic. So you will see progress on that. And I love how fast that works up. And I get a little bit of instant gratification, which is super nice sometimes. Because when you're working on teeny tiny cross stitch and you have, 250,000 stitches, you don't always get that instant gratification. Speaking of which, I want you all to, hold me to my promise, okay? Please hold me to this. So for the Scenic Whip Go, I want to work on my winter bonfire night. I need to get working on that a bit more often. My problem is when I put things in their bags and put them away and they're out of my sight, it's like I forget they're there. I lose. It's an object permanence thing, okay? So if it's not physically out on my desk staring at me, if it's put away, I'm not going to remember it until later. Probably not until I pull everything out for Whip Parade. So I need to work on that. Remind me that winter bonfire night. That's by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by Lars Stewart. So, and it's one I'm very excited about. I love it. It's one I need to work on for also the full coverage Whip Go from last February. So I need to work on it. And I want to bring it out at the very least every week. So I prefer to do it almost every day. But baby steps, right? Baby steps. But y'all, if you made it this far in the video, please go ahead and put in like a spool of thread or needle emoji in the chat below, just so I know that you've made it this far. And remember, my cottage is always open. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. You are awesome. And I will see you in the next Flosstube video. Bye-bye.